Hello guys and welcome back to Fishing Tom. Today, as you can see, we are on a rugby pitch, and that is because you probably guessed by the title, we are reviewing the Tronixpro Apex Power Rod. This is the 13'10". It is a beach caster. I use it with a fixed spool, but it's also a multiplier rod. It is a 2-piece rod when it decides to go in. It's got 9 eyes, and I believe they are aluminium. Oh, no, not aluminium, what am I on about? Stainless steel. And this capability of this rod, this can cast 5 to 8 ounces, guys. So that shows it's a power rod because it can take heavy weights, of course. But the thing why I love this rod is because, look, watch this now, guys. It is not whippy, it is for strength to get it out there. The reason it is a power rod is because in the bio when I was buying it, it says made for the rough stuff. As you know, guys, I'm from Wales, so most of the locations around here is mostly coral and rock, but you do get the odd beach. So it needs to be a strong rod to like bully the fish over the snags. So today, guys, I got my Silk 70 FD on here with 18-pound ASOS line with 50-pound Sakuma fishing line, and for the clip I'm just using the rotor clip from Trident Tackle. So I'll get it all set up and then we'll get a first cast in to show you the capabilities of the rod. So guys, the weight that I'm using right now is actually from Showcast, but it's also got the Tronixpro sticker on there because they do make these with the Showcast. This is a 4.5 ounce weight, guys. So as you know, the rod says 5 to 8 ounces. This is the weight that I normally use with it, and it copes fine with it because it's out of the boundaries. But by the time you add those extra few, like say by the time you add the half an ounce, that's with the bait and the rig. That's how I work it out. So this is it casting a 4 ounce weight, a 4.5 ounce weight, and then I'll come back and give you an honest review on it. So I'm just going to start off with a off the floor cast. Let me wind some of that in. I have forgot my casting gloves, so guys, so don't judge. That went off pretty nicely. As you can see, it don't really give much of a bend because it's a power rod and the weight is quite light. But the way the line runs through the... Okay, I've now got it in a snag and it's not even a gripper. But saying that, this is good to show you it. Look, guys. Look at that. That is proper strength in that. I can feel the ground actually ripping with it. But the way the line goes through the eyes is absolutely spot on. The width of the eyes is just amazing. And literally just how the rod feels in your hand when you're casting, because the way it's positioned and everything. But if you're a fussy caster, or just like your reel to be in a different spot when casting, it's a movable seat. So if you're using multiplier, you can put it further down. This is why it's called a multi-rod. Or if you use fixed spools, you can move it where you want to. So that's why I personally love this rod. So guys, I had to go and collect the weight, because look at that. The weight's held up really nicely and so is the clip, but that impaled the floor because it was a power rod. And look, this side you can actually see 2 scuffs for you, where it's actually the rod has started to rip it out of the ground. So now I'm gonna have to stop for a bit because there's someone on the pitch with a dog. But the next ounce weight that I'll be trying is this one. As you can see, it's a bit bigger. This is another Showcast weight, and it is a 6 ounce weight. But the way it works with a 4.5 ounce non-gripper is amazing. Because look, guys, literally when it's just sitting on the line, there is no tip bent. It holds it pretty nicely, and look, there is a bit of a bounce with it, but within 1-2 bounces it returns to normal and then it just sits nicely. I find when there's weed on the rod, it don't really show it as much. The sensitivity of the rod, like I'll show you some clips at the end of how sensitive it is. It is stiff, but it don't half show a bite. Like I had a dogfish on and you could see just slight little taps like that, and it's good notifying. The only fish that it doesn't really notify with is whiting, just because it's a small species of fish. But I find it does notify dab, because dab are quite aggressive as a fish anyway. But yeah, and the next thing is just these weights. These are perfect for these rods, grip as anything. So there we go, guys. Now we've got the 6 ounce lead on, all ready to go. So let's just get it out there. I'll tell you what I think after casting a 6 ounce lead. Let's get this all ready now, guys. Check they got enough room now, because guys, when you're casting, always make sure there's nothing around you that you can accidentally snag. Like, I'm just making sure that my tripod's not close enough. Make sure that there's no one around you. Then when it's safe to cast, just go for it. Just get this ready now, make sure all the positioning is right. I accidentally hit the fence on that one. It's gone straight over the fence. And it's in the floor again. The sheer power of this rod, guys. That was a 6 ounce lead this time. So I'm going to have to go walk down and get it. I'll take the camera this time to show you how far it actually impales into the floor. Guys, as you can see, I'm set up casting. Where's the tripod? Just in the corner right over there. We got it all the way down, yeah? Into the bloody bush. My angle was 100% off on that one, so now I gotta go get it. Slight little cast just over when I was walking back. Tried to spot the weight. Look at that, guys. It's impaled straight down, so you can see the sheer force of this rod just casting from over there. So this shows, when you're casting this into the sea, the sheer force that it does. Look at that now, guys. Look at that. So I'm going to get back up to the podium and put a real bend in this rod now. So guys, this rod currently, the 13'10" Tronixpro Apex Power, actually is on the market for $159.99, so £160, say. I have seen them in some tackle shop for £130 or £140. I bought mine off Ron the Tackle, guys. But the way I've used this rod now on 11 fishing sessions, and I gotta say, I love this rod. The way it feels in your hand is amazing. The way the power that it casts is just phenomenal. I 100% agree with the name. Power. It is a power rod. Because I've been reading like reviews made for the rough stuff and everything. And let me just tell you, this is made for the rough stuff. In the bio it says what it's actually meant to catch. This is fit to catch a taupe, guys. 20-pound plus congas, big cod. It's meant for big species of fish. I only bought a power rod and a quite strong rod because I like smooth hound fishing, of course. But the way it just works with every type of fishing is just phenomenal. So the next cast I'm going to do now is an overhead thump. And I mean, I'm going to go for it this time with the 6 ounce lead. I literally heard the thump from here, guys. That was a good cast, this. 20-30 yards off the bottom fence, so that is a good, like, 120 to 130 yards. And that is a decent cast for me. But with this rod, with my old rod, sorry, I used to be able to reach about 70 yards, which is terrible. But it's not terrible, but it's not the best of casts. But with this rod, I 100% agree. It's a power rod. It's helped me advance my cast. So I hope you enjoyed that review, guys. There's the last look at the rod itself. I'll just show you the top eyes because that's always most important for me. There we go. That is firm pull. Look, that's a firm pull, and it's got enough give. I'll take some screenshots from me casting now, and I'll put them at the end of the video. It does give enough give to get the lead out there, but it keeps it stiff enough to like give it a good push. So thank you for watching that review video. I hope you've enjoyed, so I'll show you some clips of the rod in action.